Hi, this is Greg Ellis, host of Einstein's Disease, and we've had a great show today. I've had the fortune of having Caitlyn McDonough, the CEO of Fit Wellness, on today. Caitlyn, uh, it's really prescient to today's day and time being able to have a guest like you on because you touch so many different elements from people that are aspiring to where is my career going to go? What am I going to do? I'm really interested in a lot of the social aspects of social media. And you've been able to provide a lens to some people on that, which we really appreciate. But in this last segment, we really want to give the audience the ability to get into what you called some of your privacy. Who is Caitlyn? How did you get into this? What's next for Caitlyn? If you could share a little bit of that with us, we'd greatly appreciate it. And we know that it's actually you.
Absolutely. Um, so I started kind of this journey about 10 years ago. Originally kind of coming out of high school, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I actually thought I wanted to kind of go in an early education route. And so I actually deferred from college just to kind of give myself some time to figure out exactly what it was that I wanted to do. I ended up landing an opportunity, kind of during that time with Reebok, with a position in kind of their fitness department at their headquarters, and kind of got in there and was really able to kind of just see how this global corporate company was working in a multitude of ways, both across a wide range of departments. And one of the big things I had noticed was there was really no kind of local activation within where headquarters was sitting was Boston. And so one of the roles I had in that job I had landed with them was to kind of, bring community and build brand awareness within local activation for the company. And so I just kind of started partnering with different like studios and instructors at the time in the fitness space to kind of build out that residency. And through a few events out of headquarters' gym that had made our headquarters store quite a bit of money in a 2 hour period that the store had like never seen. And so that kind of then resulted in I was able to connect with other um, departments in the kind of the upstairs corporate space. And landed a opportunity in the PR communications department, working cross-functionally within brand management and brand marketing, and kind of through there, saw a different lens working on the global side of the brand, and how we were working with different agencies. And then through my time there, I ended up kind of deciding I really wanted to be an entrepreneur and I really wanted to own my own agency. And all the agencies we were working with were phenomenal, but no one really understood the fitness, wellness, and lifestyle industries as a full component. And I could never find an agency that specializes, especially in fitness and wellness. And as a fitness and wellness brand, the campaigns we were activating, like they were so specific to those communities. And so, um, at the time, Reebok was going through a divestitureship where they were being acquired by another organization. And I kind of just thought it would be the perfect time to walk away. And so we had a couple upcoming kind of global campaigns that I knew they wanted like a local activation build out for. And so I basically, presented a idea to one of the teams we were working with of like, if I created an agency, would they hire that agency to lead that upcoming campaign for the local activation? And they were like, yeah, 100%. And so I made the decision to leave. Um, that was our first big event at Fifth, as we did a full, huge global campaign that was built out of the headquarters gym space for that kind of to bring in the local activation components. And then from there, I was out of my non-compete, so I started to kind of be able to work cross-functionally with other fitness and wellness brands, and we brought in creators, and it kind of just all like bloomed from there. And
That's
then,
that's a great story. So you made this decision
yeah.
and you got a yes. You got
Yeah.
Reebok to yes in terms of you being able, and you clearly, I think, a big kudos to you. The fitness element to life has only continued to grow and expand. And you saw a big green field where there wasn't anyone. And that in and of itself was a big identification for yourself to be able to create a brand, to be able to create a company. So I think that is something that everybody doesn't have, because a lot of times you start a business and you fail, right? Or you have some real challenges. When you were ready to go out on your own, who did you call and say, "Hey, I'm going to go do this"? Did you call your folks? Did you have a friend? I mean, because I mean, it's a big decision. You just don't make it in a capsule like that.
No, it was so my parents always taught me, you don't leave a job until you get another job. And so has always been super ingrained in me. And so I, you know, was kind of putting pieces in place, and even like I created the agency and I launched the agency and I built our website all while I was still working at Reebok and kind of figuring out, okay, what does this look like? So, when I did present the opportunity, I wasn't presenting a company that didn't exist. And so kind of was really working two full-time jobs, just, my 9 to 5 there, and then basically all night, all early hours of the morning, kind of getting fifth ready to where I thought it needed to be. And when I did make that offer and pitch, I was able to kind of say, hey, we have revenue coming in. And so I'm going to leave. And this is kind of my business plan and operations for what this will look like. And I think at one point everyone was like, "What are you doing?" Because it's like, corporate America, it's comfortable, it's
Yeah.
salary, it's benefits, and when you work for yourself, you work for yourself, and it's a grind and it's a hustle, and the one thing I've always said, and I think that stands us apart, I will outwork anybody. I will do whatever it takes to get the job done, and I care about all of our clients' brands as if they are my own. And so the same dedication and passion that I put into my agency, if you are our client, it's the same dedication and passion I will put into your brand.
That's the close that I bet you say a lot when you're in those meetings, because there's a lot of passion behind that. That's really good. In our closing minute here, advice for young aspiring entrepreneurs. What would you already said you have to have a plan, and you demonstrated that, but what what would you, if you could give them just one piece of advice, what would it be, Caitlin?
So just do it. Like, you may fail, it may be successful. It may not be, it may be the best idea at this moment. It may be a piece to your idea, and through your journey and through your story, you'll develop others. But I think the risk to fail scares so many people. But I mean, at the end of the day, if something didn't work out, you can pivot, you can rebrand, you can, create something new. It's if you're willing to just put the hard work in, and you're willing to just do whatever it takes to just really kind of create what you want, you will find success. And
and
so
and overcome Einstein's disease, because
yeah,
it definitely is there whenever you start a business. Caitlin, I really want to thank you for being a guest on our show this week. It's been a pleasure to have you. I look forward to my next journey to Boston. Maybe we'll actually meet in person, because you've got a great business, and I want to see more great stories out of you, and as does our audience. So I really appreciate you being here today, and look forward to seeing that next chapter in Fifth Wellness and in Caitlin McDonough's life. Thank you very much.
thank you for having me.